Well, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-May right through to mid-June 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who is coming in your way. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know regarding their singles love life? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to see at this time? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know regarding their singles love life? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Well, this looks really, really positive, my beautiful Scorpio, but let's tap in a little bit deeper to see what is going on there. I mean, your first card there is the Chariot card. So I definitely see that you're taking control of your destiny and you are starting to move forward. I feel like you are being the change that you want to see in your love life. I also feel like, you know, you've been pushed and pulled in many different directions. You may have been very busy. It almost feels like your attention goes in one direction first and then suddenly it goes into another direction, and you may feel like you've been fluctuating in your energy, and one minute you want to find love, you want to be in a high level commitment, the next minute you are embracing your independence, going off and finding wonderful, exciting opportunities for you to connect to, and I feel you're trying to find that level of balance. I mean, the Sun card does tend to tell me that you are allowing yourself be seen over the next 6, maybe even 8 weeks there, because I feel some of you have been in a bit of a rush in your life. You may have been super busy there, multitasking, and it's just really about channeling your energy, really harnessing that energy to really focus on what it is that you want. I mean, because you have the Sun card at the end, I feel like you're doing something for you, and that puts you in a situation to change your love circumstances, because it's going to be a quick change. When you get this card tends to mean focus, commitment, dedication to making progress, having confidence within yourself. I feel like some of you have been through a very intense healing process and you're coming out the other side, and it's almost like you feeling a little bit more sociable than usual, which is not typical for my beautiful Scorpio. We are entering, of course, Taurus season. We're in it right now. So that does tend to make us all feel a little bit more sociable, getting out there and, you know, booking events or seeing what unique opportunities there are to meet new places, new faces, and things like that. So with this Chariot card, some of you are even traveling or you are booking things to do, because I feel like you're looking for direction, but also I feel like you are really honing in on what it is you want in a relationship, okay? Because I feel you've had some experiences in the past which have been easy come, but not so easy go. I feel like they have moved out of your life, these experiences. These could be people who are not emotionally available to take the journey of love with you. I mean, with the Fool card in the Resistance position, some of you have met some really immature people, or people who have not met themselves as deeply as you have met yourself, and I feel like it was misaligned. Even though it felt really intense and passionate, and it seemed like it was heading in the same direction, it feels like you and a previous person were on different timelines, and it started to become apparent, and then it's almost like I'm seeing a chariot where the wheels fell off. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing in the water right now. So some of you may have been in a high level commitment in the past where You thought it was your soulmate, you thought it was all heading in the same direction, and suddenly the wheels came off and it became really grounded and stuck in a pattern, a cycle of repeat, and I feel you're having to, really leave that in the past. I definitely see with this card that you are moving so far away from the past, you can't even see the past anymore. I definitely see you're embracing the future, but I also feel like you're keeping a tight rein on your emotions in some way. It's almost like some of you have promised yourself you're not going to give a part of yourself away again, or you're going to be stricter with your energy, and you're someone who's very passionate, very tenacious. You're someone who is a trailblazer, and I feel you need someone who can keep up with the energy that you've got to give, because you give your life your all. And in the past, you may have met people who were maybe not as intense as you, or as I said, they didn't meet themselves as deeply as you, and you presented a thrill to this person or these people that you've experienced in the past. And they saw you as being a catalyst to really inject some excitement into their life. And that's why they were drawn to you like a moth to a flame, and you were looking for something a little bit more stable, someone who, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, it's almost like you're hoping to meet someone who doesn't quite tame you, but wants to encourage you to settle down with them, and that both of you can, have this wild, passionate, loving romance, but also walk into the distance, into the sunset, into the future with each other on the same page. So I feel like there's this energy of you being wild and free, but also trying to have faith that you're about to meet someone who is also wild and free, but both of you can connect together, and that you are soulmates heading in the right direction. Now, the Chariot card also indicates there is sudden movement in your love life. So this could be that you're getting new invitations coming in, or suddenly, it could be that you're invited to a celebration, it could be someone's wedding or birthday, or it could be maybe even being invited to go abroad, or just go where there is the sun right now, go to festivals. I just get a sense here of things looking up. Things are a little bit more positive than they have been. And I feel like you're trying to meet someone in love who has a sense of direction, who knows where they're going, who knows where they're at and knows what they want. Because you may have met people who were very, indecisive in the past, maybe even slightly imbalanced in their energy. There was not reciprocity in those experiences. And, it's really important. This figure, very interesting card there, but they're showing their sacral chakra and, maybe even a little hint of the heart chakra area. So I feel like, you're following your gut instincts, but at the same time, I feel like you're so ready to reveal your heart to the right person, because it's been a long time coming. And, this card indicates that you will be successful in all of your endeavors, but suddenly you feel motivated to put yourself in a situation to meet new people. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to go off there and join a speed dating group, although this card could connect to that. So some of you may be tempted to just go for a laugh and see what it's all about. But I feel it's more than that. I feel like you're motivated to pick up your hobbies, your passions. Some of you are wanting to take a trip or a vacation. I feel like you're just wanting to roam wild and free and really reconnect to a part of yourself that you feel like has been dormant, or that you've been missing or has lost touch with for quite some time. But suddenly you're going to have the energy and drive. And that's probably because Mars is in the mix this month. So suddenly you want to just get out there, and I feel like you're doing something for you. You're not actually putting yourself out there to meet someone. I feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised, okay? Now, we do have the Fool card, and it's in the resistance position. So for some of you, you definitely feel that you've been a little bit confused perhaps as to why you are still single, or you're searching for love. But, you are an old soul. You're someone who is very mature, and, you see through people and people's motivations. And not everybody can get away with their sort of toxic cycles of repeat. You tend to actually see it straight away, and you tend to avoid those sort of people. You don't want to lead them on, but at the same time, you can see that potentially there's going to be a lot of pain in the future if you to connect to somebody that you feel is not good for you. I feel like you've learned a lesson. You've been burnt in the past, and now you're using that level of maturity and knowledge to avoid those situations. So I feel some of you have actually been avoiding love for a while to focus on, reconnecting to your sense of self, healing your inner child. Some of you have been searching for stability and safety and sanctuary in a world that is very uncertain. And in the past, you may have tried to find that solace, that sanctuary, and that stability in love. But I feel you have learnt the hard way that that solace, sanctuary, and stability comes from within you. So you become a very independent person. You don't need anybody, but I feel like you are now ready to open yourself up to someone who brings something to the table of love. Because remember, we are not, searching for our other half. We are searching for someone who brings something to the table of love, because you bring a lot, and I feel like it's all about reciprocity. You deserve to meet someone who is vibing at the same frequency as you. And if you've met people who are very immature, or sometimes you may have attracted a lot of younger people to your energy because you are someone who is very passionate, intense, and really exciting to know. And people get lost in that level of passion, that intensity, and, they are very tempted to be very lustful after you. I feel like you have a lot of people lusting after you, but I feel like you're looking for something for the long term, and they may not have been able to offer you what you deserve in that moment, because everybody has their own journey, and we're all discovering ourselves, but you have discovered yourself quite early on, even in childhood. I feel some of you have had to grow up quite early, and you've been almost like a little mini adult walking through the world even when you were younger. And some of you really have had to take stock and heal that part of yourself, almost to go back to that little inner child and say, it's okay, we've got this, I've got you. And I feel this energy here where some of you, it's not really about feeling alone, okay? I feel that's not it. I don't feel like you're lonely per se. I feel that sometimes it's that you feel that, you don't have anybody who sees you or appreciates you. It's like, I feel like you got lots of friends or people that you actually can count on to some degree, and you may be able to count those friends because you keep your inner circle very small but close. And I feel it's not that you have nobody, it's that you feel that nobody has you sometimes. So I feel, for example, some of you may have friends who are in partnerships, or you feel that you're a little bit of a lone wolf, and you've cultivated that level of independence, that you're really strong because you've had to be strong. And sometimes, you meet people who are intimidated by that strength, and they try to push you into a little box of expectation. But I feel as you've matured, you've started to realize, actually, there is no box that can contain you and your passion and your intensity. And actually, you deserve someone who can see that you are more than enough, that you are exactly as you are meant to be, and they want to embrace all that you are. And I really feel like you're about to meet someone very new, because this card indicates new beginnings, new adventures, new exciting opportunities to meet someone, and it has a lot of potential to turn into something that flourishes, that blossoms. And I feel like you build a secure sanctuary with a new prospective lover who's coming in here. I feel this is someone who's going to become a partner for you long term. As you can see, both your cards here, two independent spirits knowing where they want to go. So I feel like you've been cultivating your sense of purpose, really connecting to your true life's mission. And even in a very uncertain and sometimes floundering world, you've been really trying to forge a path and be strong for you and the people that you really care about. But also I feel like there is a yearning within you where you would want to have someone that you can confide in, those little secrets, when you have that pillow talk, those little secrets that you whisper to each other in the 3 a.m.s. It's really kind of like you just want someone who sees you, not wanting someone to fix aspects of your life or trying to help you in any way. You just want someone you can rely on, someone you can trust to be there, to have your back, because you're the sort of person who is ride or die, my beautiful Scorpio, and anyone that you choose to love, because you tend to choose. Look at this card. This figure is like, I want that one. You could be in a sea of people and they're all equally attractive, have everything to offer, and there's that one person at the back. I always say this, and you're like locked in and you're like, that's the one, I just know it. And I feel like you're going to meet someone who captures your attention quite quickly, and vice versa. I feel both of you, there's a very intense bond here, and both of you are actually very independent spirits. You like to travel, is what I see here, but also when you meet each other, it's almost like you become very insular. You and this new person who's coming in, you create a nice little sanctuary to almost like devour each other and get to know each other in a really exciting way. But I feel with the Chariot card, don't rush it, okay? I would say when you meet this new person, I feel this like really organic kind of love mystery going on where both of you kind of like reveal a little bit of part of each other and you're just delving into each other. It's really nice. I feel like that helps you create that solid foundation. And we've got the Sun card, which is your outcome energy. So as you can see, there's now 2 figures in this card. So I do feel like you're going to be part of a duo, a dynamic duo, where you can have this partnership in life, and it's going to be very exciting. The Sun card represents relationships blossoming. You meeting someone who's gone through an intense period of personal development and growth, someone who is awakened, which is something I feel like you really need in your life. Also, someone who's really positive, because sometimes you can delve into the darker aspects of life. And although this new person who's coming in, they can meet you there. They have gone through some experiences that have curled their toes, and I feel like they've healed from them, and so have you. But I also feel like you need someone who, also sees the lighter side of life, or to remind you to come back from that darker space into the light. And I feel like this person, they have a healthy mix of raising you up and supporting you, and you doing the same, but also calling you out on your stuff, right? I feel this person, they're not afraid to stand by your side, and they're not afraid to call you out either. And you really need someone who is strong enough to walk by your side, because you've dealt with people who've been indecisive, who've been, giving mixed signals, making you feel confused, and you're like, no, enough. I feel like you've cut that sort of stuff out now, and you're not going back to that time. As you can see, these 2 figures, they're building a brick wall, and it's like they're both on the side of the brick wall. So I feel like you're creating a sanctuary with this person, you're creating a foundation with a new person, and it's going to really blossom and be something of beauty here. And you deserve something of beauty, because I feel the universe has delivered some real doozies towards you that have really wounded you, made you second guess yourself, make you feel really cautious. And I feel like it's almost like I'm seeing that you have several plasters on your heart that you've been trying to heal. And, you're strong enough to rip those plasters off. But sometimes you've felt there's this one plaster that is just not ready. You're like, I'm not quite there yet. It was the hardest one of all. So this could be something that really broke your confidence. I'm seeing someone crying right now, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Scorpio. I know it's difficult, and I absolutely see that there is someone coming in here who's going to reignite that spark, that passion, that fire, and it's really going to teach you that love can be a beautiful thing. It doesn't have to be destructive, and it doesn't try to tear you down. There is a love coming in here that is going to raise you up, and it's just for you, okay? So I feel you've been building in confidence. You've been learning that you are so strong all by yourself, but you are vibing at a frequency now where you're attracting someone else who is strong enough to walk by your side and does not take love for granted, okay? So let's go to the Celtic Cross just to see who's coming in and when. Again, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. So much love, my beautiful Scorpio. But looking at the cards and the trajectory, I feel like some of you have revisited the past in order to heal it, but I feel like you're moving on from that. And some of you may have even like withdrawn from the dating scene, or almost like focused on your ambitions, on your projects, thriving, creating stability for yourself. And you've kept yourself at a bit of a distance from love. But I feel the universe has other plans for you. You're about to meet someone new. And sometimes, and looking at the cards, I really want to show you, it's almost like I feel like you're going to meet a new person on the path that you took to avoid it. Okay, so as you can see here, this figure is like, let's go this way. And then this figure is like, okay, well, the new start is this way though. And then suddenly there's 2 people, there's a relationship. So I feel for some of you, you're going to meet a new person on the road that you took to avoid it. And you're not avoiding it because you don't want it. I feel like you're avoiding it because last time it hurt, or I'm just going to see what card this was, because obviously it got left behind there. We got the Page of Swords. So there's already someone who's very curious about you. Page of Swords is an energy of curiosity. But with this card, it really indicates that you've learned lessons. Okay, this is not the card that you're going to get for your Celtic Cross unless it pops out. I just saw that it got left on its own there. I feel like you have a wealth of knowledge. That figure is standing on numerous books there, and you know, this person, they have their hand on their heart. You are someone who's true blue, and you may have put yourself out there and your heart on the line a couple of times, and I feel like you've learned about red flags. I feel like you've learned who you can trust and who you cannot trust, and I feel like you're using that knowledge to help you in your maturity and see who is right for you for the future. You're not choosing the toxic situation, or you're not being drawn to something that's not healthy for you anymore. I feel like you're you know, choosing a different path. And for some of you with that Page of Swords, some of you are actually focusing on new projects, or some of you are, you know, there's an event or some sort of news that comes in the next 6 weeks. Could be an invitation, and you're curious about going. Some of you may be like, should I go? I mean, I feel like your heart is saying, do it, go to it. But your head may be like, I'm really busy, or maybe it's not the best time to go, or maybe it's too far, or maybe... I feel like you're going to actually talk yourself into going. And I feel, yeah, Six of Pentacles. Look, there's an invitation there coming in. And some of you may be mulling over it. But we'll go deeper and find out what that is. And I feel like whatever it is, though, there is a strong potential to meet someone there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? Now, we've got two kings here. Isn't it as interesting? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Scorpio? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Well, you're definitely attracting a divine counterpart, that's for sure. You're definitely attracting someone who has actually been keeping love at arm's length themselves. So they may have had very similar experiences as you when it comes to love. But I feel like it's almost like when you meet this new person, both of you are going to be sussing each other out. You're going to be super curious about each other. Both of you, it's almost like you capture each other's attention immediately. Now, I would say that's love at first sight, but I feel for both of you that you've been in love before. Look at this. There's so many energies about eyes here. It's definitely in the eyes with this person. You capture each other's attention. There's curiosity here. But it feels very much like both of you mistrustful of love. It's almost like both of you see it and think, okay, that's the person who's really got my attention. What's going on there? Both of you are drawn to each other, but I feel both of you have had experiences where you're kind of like, love, you know how much you invest in love, and you're both sizing up whether it's worth it. I feel both of you look at each other like you feel it's worth it. This person's definitely going to pursue you, whoever this person is, but I feel there's this energy of, you know, keeping a little bit of a logical distance, feeling like I'm not going to get into this too quickly. I'm not going to, you know, jump right in first off. I feel like you're going to make this person work a little bit for this. And I feel that's not a game. I feel it's a protective measure. I feel that you've been in a difficult experience in the past, and you're just observing this person and their actions before you fully allow yourself to fall. But, oh yeah, you're going to meet this person, and I see you and this person are going to move in with each other. I mean, yeah, there's something really exciting here. Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. I'm going to have to clarify this Queen of Pentacles because, you know, the overarching energy of a Queen of Pentacles is to settle down. It is to create a home with somebody, and that's the energy that I'm getting here. But there's a lot of people going on in your reading. There's 2 kings here, and there's 3 queens. So either some of you are actually going away on a trip with friends, or there's going to be some sort of party. I mean, the 4 of Wands could be a reunion with you and people you haven't seen before. I mean, some of you may even go overseas to a reunion. It just feels like there's a lot of people coming together. There's like a mix of people, and it just feels, oh, I'm getting true chills here. It feels like a nice ambiance wherever you meet this person. And I know it sounds like such a cliche, but it's like your eyes meet this other person's eyes across the room, and it's like, whoa. it almost feels like the whole room stops and both of you are just lost for a couple of seconds, and it feels like a lot longer. I just see this energy of both of you being lost in a moment, and then it's almost like both of you kind of looking away, realizing, oh, I've been caught. Oh, okay. What am I going to do with this? But both of you are super curious about each other. So that's what I'm seeing right now. Let's get to the cards and see what's going on here. Six of Pentacles. This is your starting card. So you've been creating a lot of balance in your life, and one of the lessons you've been learning about relationships is reciprocity. You tend to do a lot in relationships, my beautiful Scorpio. You tend to overgive, and sometimes you may have dealt with people who breadcrumbed you in some way, but now you're not allowing anyone to get away with that BS. And I definitely see here with this Six of Pentacles, this is a card of generosity, of heart, of spirit, and I feel there's two energies coming up here. I actually feel you have a friend who wants to set you up with someone. That's one energy I've got coming through. And the other one is, a friend or a group of people invite you to something and you go to it and you're going to be mingling, and I feel like you're going to meet someone new because of it. So that's the two energies I've got here. But the Six of Pentacles is to catch up with, someone that you really care about. Could be someone that you haven't seen for a while. They may invite you to something. But this is your starting position. And it's actually two people having, some tea, I guess, some universal tea. This figure actually represents spirit or the universe, orchestrating a meeting between two people. Some of you may have just met somebody and you're wondering how it's going to go. It feels like you're sussing each other out in some way. So if you've just sparked up a conversation or you're just started seeing someone and you're wondering where it's going to go, I see you and this person settling down together. I actually see that Four Wands, you're going to have so much fun together, but you'll reach like a major milestone in a relationship. I feel like you're not taking it too quickly. I feel like it's organic. It's a slow process, but it's almost like you fall into the direction that you're heading in. You won't have to ask this person, are we a couple yet? Are we like a thing? Is this serious? You're not going to have to ask this person this because they're going to show you. Okay, so if you've just started speaking to someone, just let it organically unfold. Don't be thinking about where it's going to go in the future. Just relax into it. I feel it's going to be heading in a very nice direction here. And I feel this person, eventually, they're going to ask you, do you want to move in together? There's going to be a conversation about that, is what I see there. But the Six of Pentacles can also indicate that the universe is currently conspiring to bring you together with a soulmate, okay? The universe is going to surprise you. It's showing up for you because you've been doing so much for other people. You've been so caring and generous with your time. A lot of you have got responsibilities, and you may have felt that your responsibility right now is to your family, to your soul tribe, and to your projects, but I feel like you've been trying to, have some sort of balance in your world, and it's not typical for you to be super sociable. You like to have your own time, and some of you may have even been a hermit recently, but I definitely see here you're getting out there, accepting more invitations. Life is too short, and I just get this energy of you sort of like opening the door to your heart and seeing who's out there. I just feel like you're peeking out, having a little look-see around, because I feel like you've done this before, but there may have not been anybody out there. No one captured your attention. And now I feel you're more like you're not looking. You're kind of just going out there, having fun, being with the people that you care about, catching up with old friends, maybe even striking up conversations with new people. But I actually see that right now you're in a period of just enjoying yourself and being open to the universe and what the universe is about to bestow upon you. I mean, this literally means unexpected resource from the universe. So expect someone new to enter your life, someone who is actually quite very passionate deep down, but they've got a very tough exterior, this person. So male or female, not a gender specific reading. I know I've got different cards here, but it's more about the energy. The person that you're about to meet, if you haven't met someone already, is actually very passionate. They are someone who's very driven, someone who's exciting to be with, but they've got this outer shell. They've got a shield on, and they actually drop their shields the minute they see you. But also they kind of pick it up again because they're like a little bit like, whoa, where's this going to go? So it's almost like they drop everything like, whoa. And they're almost speechless. I feel like they get lost for words. When you meet this person first as well, they may stutter a little bit when they're trying to like tell you something about themselves. It kind of feels a little bit like, it's not awkward. It just feels like ditzy, cute, kind of like, and it just lets you know that they're trying to be the best that they can be in that moment. And then suddenly they realize that actually you just want them to be their authentic self. And they're like, oh, you know what, this is, so you could meet a person, say, in a situation where it's very formal or civilized or something. It just feels like it could be something where people are on their best behavior kind of thing. And then, you know, they start talking to you. They're still on their best behavior, but their best behavior is their real behavior. So I feel this person, they kind of like feel that they can be themselves with you. And it feels you and this person, you go below the surface on conversations. You know, there's no sort of talking about the weather or, so what do you do for a living? Or, you know, what did you do for a living? Or there's none of that. It's like straight to the heart of the matter. You and this person, very deep, very quickly. So, now, this is your crossing card. So you may have felt, and when you say crossing card, it means you also read the reverse as well as the upright. You're looking for someone who is passionate, independent, who marches to the beat of their own drum, someone who is strong enough to walk by your side. And you may have met people in the past that displayed that level of passion, but it was not sustainable. Or you may have felt that they had that lusty, free spirit about them, but they were, you know, here today, gone tomorrow, or they just didn't have the depth that you require in a person. And with the King of Wands, I also feel like some of you may have noticed that people are attracted to you physically. I mean, you are highly magnetic, but you may feel that people lust after you. Even people who are in relationships, secretly they lust after you. You may even be noticing it sometimes and feel, you know, this is a bit awkward. You don't really want to go down that route. But I feel some of you know that people are sort of lusting after you or are obsessed with you sometimes, and you feel like there's no spark between you both, but you are fed up of people wanting you just for the physical. You want something a little bit more below the surface. You want someone who's a thinker, someone who is thoughtful, someone who's intelligent, someone who, you know, is spontaneous, but also you know where you're at with a person. So I feel like, of course, you want it all, and you are capable of having it all. Now, some of you may have been dating an Aries in the past. Doesn't have to be. Could be a fire element. You dated that person, and perhaps it fizzled out, or it abruptly ended, and you may be sort of like trying to heal from that because you do have the star energy in your past position, and it's almost like you set a bar or a marker for that kind of relationship. It doesn't mean you want to return to that, but there may be aspects in a relationship that you had in the past that you thought, wow, that was something special. It was really intense. It was toxic sometimes, but you know, ultimately it was something that was really exciting, intense, and you may feel that you've never discovered that in anybody else. You don't want the toxic aspect. There's no devil card here, so I definitely see you're not going to attract anyone who is toxic. But I feel like some of you may be yearning for someone who really brings that passion, that spark, that tenacity that you also bring. You need someone to match you, and you may have felt that that's just not available in anybody that is interested in you at this moment in time. But that is all about to change, because anything that's in the reverse position is going to be in the upright. So you have actually attracted people who are not strong enough to walk by your side, who were intimidated by your strength, by your successes, by your independence. And this new person is actually going to admire that, and they are grateful that they meet you because it's a match, okay? So also the King of Wands, it can be an aspect of self. It doesn't have to be a person. I feel like there is someone already lusting after you, someone who's very curious about you, but it is physical, I have to say. I feel like someone here who's a little bit more thoughtful, more in alignment. I actually see you have choices, but you may know who this person is who finds you physically attractive, and part of you, because it's in the resistance position, you're not so sure. Okay, with that Chariot card, I definitely see that you have options, or you attract a lot of attention, and you will have to choose someone. And I feel like as soon as you see each other, you're going to know that this is the right person for you. This is your person here, okay? I want you to be aware of that. You've got a King and Queen of Swords here, so I feel you've got a match. But so if this is aspect of self, the King of Wands indicates some of you, it may feel like your motivation has been dampened to try and find anybody because there's just been nobody out there who brings that spark, that chemistry that you've been searching for. Because the Queen of Swords, male or female, again, not a gender-specific reading. This is your potential. This is the search. I mean, this figure is like, she is not looking at her immediate circumstances. She is looking far into the distance. She's like, there's nobody around here. I need to get my telescope out to see if there's anybody outside the parameters that I normally sort of dwell in. So I feel like you're looking further afield right now. For those of you who have not met someone new, if you have met someone new, I feel like, you are discovering parts of each other, and I feel like, you will actually be very loyal, and I feel there's soulmate energy here for both of you. I feel both of you want commitment. Okay, so if you have met someone new, it's traveling in that direction. But for those of you who have not met anybody, you're about to. Okay, now we do have the King of Swords below you. So this indicates, of course, as you can see, this King of Swords has got a needle and thread there, so mending. So I feel like you've been mending parts of yourself, but also I feel like you have been creating a new tapestry of life for yourself where you're more inspired. I feel some of you are kind of trying to find new ways to meet new people, not the usual way. So if you usually met someone, for example, in a bar or, at a club, I feel like you're just changing the way you approach finding love. Some of you, you're actually doing something that you are excited about for you. I feel some of you may join a group where you actually speak your truth, or you mend, or perhaps you bond on certain things. It could be a hobby that you do, but ultimately I feel this is about you mending, and you've got to a position now where you've established that you've moved on from the past, that you've come as far as you can in a certain healing situation. Doesn't mean that you haven't got more to go. We all heal and learn. We're all the students of life. But I feel like you've come to a plateau right now where you're so ready to open yourself up to someone new, okay? And I feel this new person who's coming in, they've been through a similar healing journey. They've been learning to fix themselves, because sometimes we can't get answers from people from the past. It's really hard. We have to resolve things within ourselves and get closure ourselves, and almost accept that sometimes we're never going to get an answer as to why a person treated us a certain way or why things went down a certain way. So I actually feel that you are the same, and I feel the person you're about to meet has had a very similar journey. Also, the King of Swords, this is about you recognizing that thoughts become things. And if you've been feeling really unmotivated about finding love, or you've had lots of invitations but you've not been accepting them, you've been in a bit of a hermit mode, I feel this is a time where you're taking charge and getting organized to sort of put yourself in a position to meet someone new. Deep down, this is the below you position, so this indicates thoughts become things, and you are manifesting someone who is an opposite to your energy on the physical plane. So I feel, as you can see here, we've got a King of Swords and a Queen of Swords, and this Queen of Swords is in your potential. So you have the potential to meet someone who's on the same wavelength as you, someone who is what you've been searching for your whole life, and I feel this person has also been searching for you. And I feel both of you together, there is an instant bond, because I feel like you're ready to bond with someone. I feel it's been a long time and you are so ready to bond to somebody, but you have been going through that level of healing there, okay? This is the past position. The star energy indicates, of course, a period of healing, getting clarity on what you want in a relationship, what you certainly do not want in a relationship, noticing any red flags in people, and really just walking away from things that presents the potential of drama or heartbreak in the future. Of course, we can never truly know the trajectory of a relationship and how it's going to go, but honing your intuition, you can definitely see whether someone is capable of sustaining a relationship, someone is loyal, or someone who is, loose with the truth, shall we say, because you're attracting someone who is brutally honest, someone who tells you up front who they are, what they want, and you're the same. And you need that level of honesty, because that gives you a certain level of security that you feel like, okay, now I know that this person's got my back. They're going to tell me the truth, the good, the bad, the ugly of it. They're going to be so honest. You respect that in a person, especially with a mate. So I feel that's who you're attracting right now. Now, also this card indicates you aligning yourself with wish. Okay, so some of you, deep down, you've been wishing, hoping for someone new to come into your life. But with this card, I feel like now you're taking action. This card is also a card of action, and I feel some of you have been putting it off for a while, but now you're wanting to get out there and be a little bit more curious about what is going on in the dating scene. But, the star energy indicates there's a brighter future for you to look forward to. We have the Queen of Cups there, and I want you to really look at that Queen of Cups. she is sitting there, and this is Cancerian energy, but she's sitting there with a seahorse. Seahorses represent soulmate. So, you know, I feel like you've had some real difficult experiences. It's been a lot in love for you. I feel like you've had your heart ripped out, smashed, and thrown on the floor. Even if you've not been in previous relationships, I feel like some of you have had that level of loneliness that has crushed your heart and made you become very independent and almost detached, almost resigned yourself to the fact that maybe love's not coming for you. But this new love, it actually softens you. You know, I feel it strengthens you, but softens you. You open up to the level of vulnerability with this new person, and it's like both of you create a wonderful sanctuary of love where you both respect each other and don't take each other for granted. But with the Queen of Swords, when you meet this person initially, you and this person, you're kind of like sussing each other out. You both know that there is something really special here. It's an instant bond. Both of you know that there is something within you that says, this is my person, okay? And I feel like you may suddenly, after meeting this person, go straight to social media and be like, hitting the keyboard to see if you can find them on social media. Are they single? What's going on? What's their life? What are they about? What's their real name? What's going on? I feel like it's going to kind of like throw you into this energy of being very curious about this person. But at the same time, this person is going to be so upfront with you that they're going to let you know who they are. They're going to let you into their life quite quickly. There's going to be no secrets with this person. And I feel like you really appreciate that as well. Now, some of you beautiful Scorpios have been in the period of really uprooting your life, okay? So you may be going through some major changes. So you may feel actually you're super busy, and some of you are wondering, have you even got space for love in your life right now? But whenever you meet the right person, there is always space for love. So I feel like you will find, time for this new experience with this new person. I mean, the Queen of Swords also indicates you've set healthy boundaries. So when it's time, you're going to choose you. You're going to do all the things that you want to do for you. And then you're going to carve out some space for love. And this person is going to respect that, and vice versa. Also, I get an energy here that you're meeting someone who is a clear communicator, someone who is really open with what they want in life. So you're not going to be like giving your life to this person for the next couple of months or years, and then suddenly they say, actually, you know all the things that you said you wanted? I don't really want that. They're not going to lead you down the garden path. This person is going to be true blue. And I feel also it's almost like you're not looking back either. I feel like any experiences you've had in love that may have been disappointing or detrimental to you wanting to go out and find new love, I feel that kind of disappears, because when you meet someone that is vibing at your frequency, nothing else matters. And I feel you're going to really gel and bond with this new person. And we've got the Queen of Cups there, so that represents falling in love. I mean, if you look up the meaning of this card, when it's an aspect of self, it means you're falling in love with someone that, really has the potential to be your soulmate. And as I said there's plenty of fish in the sea, but there's only this one person or this one seahorse there that this figure has that helps you open up. As you can see, she's sitting there on a shell and it's closed. So I feel, you are normally quite closed off to people when it comes to love, unless you really feel there's something really special or there's that spark about a person. This new person is going to create a foundation where you feel safe enough to open up and, really let this person in, but also to allow yourself to be seen, okay? And open up to a level of vulnerability, because you are someone who's super independent. You live life on your own terms, so does this person, and both of you have been craving, yearning for a person that you can just sort of like let it all relax with and say, hey, this is me. It's tough out there and I'm wearing my armor every single day. But sometimes I just want to take off my armor and let someone see that, this is me underneath the armor. And I feel like you've been waiting for a person like that for a long time. And now that person's coming in, okay? Now, with this Queen of Cups, again, as I said, this is about falling in love. This is your future position, your near future. You're going to be falling in love. But I also feel like there is a person who really cares about you, who wants to set you up with someone, okay? So let me just pull a card on that to see how you feel about this person that they want to set you up with. Because normally, you're very picky. So someone kind of delivering a person going, hey, what do you think about this person? Normally, you're kind of like, meh. It's not the one. So I'm just going to pull a card and see how you feel. Whoa. Okay, that sprang right out of it. You're putting an end to it straight away. You're not even looking at this person. Not interested. Ten of Swords, nope. So I mean, your friend, they're coming towards you with an honest, open heart and saying, you know what, this person's really nice. And you're like, yeah, they're nice, but they're not for me. They're not the one. And I feel this person also that they present you with, they may have just come out of a very damaging experience and they haven't even begun their healing process, and you can see it all over them. So I feel like it's a nope. Okay, let me just go one more on that. Ten of Swords. The Emperor. No, you're waiting for someone who you feel has healed, done the work. You're waiting for a divine counterpart. I feel with the Emperor there, you're being a bit more strict and saying, you know what, I know what I want, and I know what I certainly don't want. And I feel like you are grateful that your friend has tried to help you out on the dating scene, shall we say. But I feel like, no. I mean, this could also be a divorcee or someone, nothing wrong with divorcees at all. I feel like whether they're a divorcee or not, I just feel like they're not healed yet. And you are like, no, that's too intense, and this person's not ready for the love that I have to offer right now. And I feel like you're just walking away from it. Also with the Emperor energy, I feel you're being strict with yourself, because I feel, you know, there is a potential there to, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, my beautiful Scorpio, I feel the person that they're trying to kind of align you with, there is something attractive about them. And I feel part of you is like, you would want to, I mean, this is a card where you help people. You have a lot of empathy. You feel like they may need fixing, but I feel like you've matured now and you're not here to fix a project. I feel like you are someone who is kind, honest, and open. I feel like you would offer friendship to this person, but I feel that you're waiting for someone that you choose, because this is a card of, you know, really coming a long way in life and knowing what you want and protecting your heart and just waiting for the one. Okay, so I feel like the person that your friend presents you with, I feel like you're not really interested in that person. So I'm going to move away from that energy with respect. I feel like you're waiting for someone new, which is coming here, okay? So this is your advice to yourself in this moment. Pages tend to be new people. And I feel like you're going to strike up some sort of messaging or conversation or, you know, meeting new people, or well, I feel there's one person's captured your eye, literally with that magnifying glass. Now, isn't that really interesting? If you listen to my monthly readings, if my memory serves me well, one of the images I saw for your monthly reading was a microscope and a magnifying glass. Now I have to rack my brain. Was it for your reading? I think it was, but I'm not 100%. And of course, we've got a magnifying glass. So if you're looking for love, this person is your soulmate, because Page of Wands tends to represent someone who is loyal, someone who piques your curiosity from the very beginning, someone who's adventurous to be with, someone where you look at the person and you think, this person is important. They are meant to be on my path for a reason. This is a purposeful relationship. And I really feel that when you meet this new person, it's the beginning of something really special. So I feel like there's a spark again with you and this new person. But I feel like you're waiting for someone who brings that level of spark, but also someone that you can foresee being a soulmate. And that's the pathway that you're headed towards right now. Now, we also have in the outside circumstances position, because that's this position over here, we have the Magician. The Magician indicates thoughts become things, but also, you know, whatever you are visualizing for your future, they're becoming your reality. So it's almost like you're dreaming a person to life. So you're really focused on what it is that you want. You know, you've got very cerebral energy here. Swords are all about the mind. So you're paying attention to what you want, what you see for your future. And with the manifestation card right here, it indicates that the universe wants to deliver by surprise what it is that you want. So with this Magician card, I really feel that you know, you're going to accomplish whatever it is that you want in terms of love, but you must focus on this aspect of your life. Because, you know, when we want a career, we focus on that go-getting spirit. We level up by upskilling or putting ourselves on a class of learning. Equally with love, we have to recognize that we're learning about what we want, what we don't want. We're learning about healthy boundaries. We're learning about what we accept. And sometimes we accept, less than we truly deserve and desire. And I feel like you are doing a lot of learning, and now you're employing that sort of knowledge into how you move forward in love going forward. So I feel right now, this is about you feeling a little bit more motivated to take action and influence your circumstances. And also, be confident in who you are, because you are unique and that is your superpower. And I feel right now your manifestations, your wishes, because you have the past position where it's like you're wishing, you're yearning, and we've got the Magician card, which is delivering the wish. So I really feel it's an exciting time for you. Now we've also got the Four of Wands here, and this is in the hope and the fear position. Okay, now the hope is that you meet someone who is on the same page, someone you can settle down with, build a home with, someone that you can feel secure with. Those two figures are standing on the roof. So being bold and daring, taking the plunge together, but still feeling secure with each other. So I feel this is about you and this person nesting. So I do feel some of you are looking to settle down with someone, build a life with someone, and I feel you're going to get your wish there. The fear here is, of course, investing a lot of your time and your energy into something that just fizzles out, or where they leave or abandon. I feel some of you may have had abandonment issues from an experience in the past, or maybe even from childhood. You may have witnessed parents or guardians divorcing or leaving the home space, and it may have tainted in some way your idea of what it means to love. But I feel as you mature, you recognize that that's not your love story, that was theirs. And now you are out in the world creating your own experiences. So I feel like you're stepping away from that. Even if a cycle of repeat has played in your life in some way, I feel like you are detaching from that, and right now you're owning what it is that you want. Also, the Four of Wands tells me that you're going to get out there and have a lot more fun. Okay, I feel like you're letting your hair down, you're going to spend time in good company. I feel it's been a long time since you've been out there having so much fun. I feel some of you have been a bit of a homebody, or you've been just really focusing on your responsibilities. Things have been tough. And I feel now is a time to really embrace all the invitations that come towards you. Now with this card, I feel some of you may be invited to either an engagement or a wedding or a birthday, or something where you travel or go and have fun. Could be a celebration of some sort. And I feel this is where you're actually going to meet this new person, okay? It's where you're having a good old time. But also, this person is very creative, and I feel that you and this person, you will become partners, and I feel like your life will be somehow in sync. Like when you really settle down with each other, you realize there were so many synchronicities. It was always meant to be, okay? So very excited about this. Now we also have the Queen of Pentacles. This is your outcome card. Queen of Pentacles is to multiply wealth, of course, but it could also be to have children, settle down, if that's what you're hoping to do, or adopt even. But basically, at grassroots, the Queen of Pentacles is to create a home space or a sanctuary. It is to find comfort in a relationship as well as passion. It is a card that protects the sanctity of love, of marriage, but also it is to create a home with someone. There is domesticity here. Also, this card, it literally means conservation. So I feel like you're saving yourself for the one. So let me just pull a card on that Queen of Pentacles, because as I said, there's so many people in your reading. So I feel like when you meet this new person, there is a lot of ambience. There's a lot of people around. I feel like some of you may even be invited to a reunion of people you haven't seen for a while. You may even travel to this, and it just feels like Nine of Wands. So that's the protective energy, the wounded warrior. We've got the Five of Wands. We've got the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is the card of second chances. So this is you having an opportunity to open up to love. And sometimes, you see those things on the internet that say, you only have 3 opportunities to find your soulmate and then it's over. No, you don't. Okay? These experiences that come into our life, they're there to teach us a lesson. And we take that lesson with us and we move forward with it. And when the moment is right, the universe opens us up to the right person. And, so it doesn't matter if you've had 3 loves already, or whether you've had no loves already. I feel like you're on the path to meeting someone that you are truly going to settle down with. So let me just Oh yeah, look at this. So we've got the Nine of Wands here. So I feel like, yes, there is a certain level of guardedness. Okay, I feel like you're cautious, but you haven't given up on love. I feel like you are a wounded warrior. I feel like you've been in a period of healing. Five of Wands, it's almost like you've been in training. And some of you with the Five of Wands, it can mean that you challenge yourself to go out there, even though maybe there's an invitation that comes in. And I feel like, as I said, it's something you're curious about. And it's almost like maybe you want to go to it, but then maybe you don't. And then suddenly you go, you know what, I'm going to do it. Spontaneous. You're just going to go. So I really feel with that Five of Wands there, this is about honoring differences. So this could be someone who is a little bit different than your usual type. But I also feel it's someone who is challenging in a positive way. I mean, the Judgment card, instantly, it's like you're being called to leave your old life behind and, you know, listen to your heart and your intuition. This is another opportunity for you to find the one. And I feel this one is your soulmate. The Page of Swords, I mean, wasn't that the card that popped out first? Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. My guide said, yes, it was. Yes, it was. I'm going to have to rewind the video when I'm like about to upload it. I'll have to look at the beginning. But it's like from the very beginning, this person, I feel like there's someone curious about you, but also I feel like you're going to be talking to someone new. Pages are new people. So I feel like there's a conversation between you and someone new that piques your curiosity, and it is going to be soulmate. I mean, this card can also indicate that, you know, you're at a self-evaluation period. For some of you, there could be a person from your past that reaches out or tries to reunite with you, but I feel like you're not about it. I feel like you're so over that. This person hurt you. You don't trust that person. I feel you've done everything you can to try and step away from that situation. And I mean, I feel this person will try and call on you, but with the Ten of Wands, there's so much baggage there. You've been carrying so much pain, maybe even some anger there as well. And I feel like you're setting it down, and I feel like it's almost like, I don't feel like you've ghosted this person from your past. I feel like you've withdrawn so much from this person, even though there was a lot of love in the past and you may be tempted to reconnect sometimes. I feel part of you has like talked yourself out of it a million times because you feel it just ends up in the same way. I mean, that Ten of Wands, I feel it's been heavy. It's been one of the reasons why your actual soulmate has been delayed, because there's been a part of you that has somehow been attached to this person from the past. And I'm also getting an energy here that some of you have gone through stages with this person of, at first, denial. How could they do this to me? I can't believe it. Then questioning, like, why? Why has this happened? Why did they do this to me? Then anger, like, how did I allow this person to do this to me? And get really annoyed with the person as well. But I feel like you're coming out of that now because, you know, the definition of anger is really about emotional punishment, you know, for someone else's behavior. And I feel like you've been carrying that around with you to some degree. And now you're purifying yourself and you're letting it go to protect your inner peace and create space for someone new. And of course, we have that High Priestess. A lot of you have withdrawn from dating because of this person from the past. It's almost like you felt love was always going to be the same. But I feel now you've matured from that. You've been developing your spiritual gifts, your intuition. And, you know, this is a card of being in between worlds. So it can indicate some of you have really been getting closure on a past situation and opening yourself up to that wonderful new chapter. I definitely see that you're going silent on the past. I don't see you showing up for a past person at all. I feel like, you know, you've kind of left it hot potato, gone, not even interested anymore, dropped it and moving on with your life. Now also, I'm getting a really intense energy, and this came up in a reading for the monthlies for another sign. I can't really remember which sign it was for, but it's really coming in, and it's coming in strong, so I must mention it. So basically, I'm given this energy of right now, you've been opening the door to your subconscious mind, and you've been reprogramming your brain. And this is really beneficial for you because it's made you ask questions about how you're going to show up for yourself in your life. Okay? What are you going to do for yourself? How are you going to learn from the yesterdays that you've experienced? It's almost like you're in a review period to remind yourself of what you do not want in your life, what you want to stop doing as well, and also what you want to stop feeling or accepting. And you're rewriting your personal narrative so you can welcome better into your life right now. So I feel, you know, you're about to strike up a new relationship with someone new, and I feel it's going to have so much potential. and you're both on the same page. Having this card, this is a card of a meeting of minds. Two people who are, wanting to be honest, open, start something really special, and, create a solid foundation where there is honesty, where there is truth, where there is people paying attention to one another, not being distracted by the outsides of life or the past of experiences. I just feel like this person, when they look into your eyes, and this is the new person, when they look into your eyes, they get lost in your eyes. It's almost like the whole room kind of disappears for both of you, and both of you are lost in each other. And it's an incredible experience, because in a world where everything's so loud and messy around us, I feel it's really important to find someone where you can just dissolve into each other and really discover the inner world of a person, and kind of like dwell in there for like a lot of time, so you can really get to know a person. Because can we ever truly get to know a person? Well, the environment that we've built right now in terms of society, everything's so fast-paced. People are swiping right and left, and, it's so kind of transient, the dating world. Finally, you're meeting someone who invests in love and in the moment and in the future. And I feel it's really exciting. It's the start of something special, okay? So I'll leave it there. I'm just going to get some final cards before I close your reading. Now, this is a wonderful deck. It's a love story oracle by DREWIT. And this is really an indication of things that you're learning or processing right now before you move on. It could be something that is being welcomed into your life. So let's see what's going on there for you. We've got Daydream. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? We've got Spark. So this is you, like, really getting lost in your imagination, your visualizations, your manifestations of what you want for your future. The universe is listening, and listening to your thoughts. Thoughts become things. Remember, words are very important as well. They are spelt, they are spellings, and they are cast out to the universe to create our reality. So I feel right now you're in a process of noticing your thoughts, daydreaming or visualizing what it is you want to manifest. And this is a powerful month for manifestation. And of course, it's number 11 there. Isn't it interesting? Your next card, there are two matches, and it looks like an 11. So this is definitely soulmate energy coming in here for you. There is a spark between you and someone new, and it is ignited. And I actually feel like it's not going to fizzle out. I feel this is something that is going to burn bright. And I feel it's number 12 there, Hangman energy. You've been waiting your whole life for this, but also I feel like you've changed your perspective on love when you meet this person. I feel this person, you've had to sacrifice your past and, sacrifice your comfort zone in order to open yourself up to this wonderful new beginning. And I feel that you and this person, you're made for each other. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. We have the butterfly. Okay, so this is an indication that you have gone through a very difficult healing process. Some of you may have felt that you've been lost, drifting, but now you're becoming, and you're spreading your wings, becoming a little bit more sociable there as well. You're transformed is what I just heard. Also, we've got the Wheel of Destiny. This is basically connected to not just the Chariot card, but also to the Wheel of Fortune. So this is about you being in charge of your destiny, but also fate intervening to put you on the path to meet this new person. And for some of you, because it is, akin to the wheel of a ship, some of you are going to meet this person traveling. So if you're invited to a quick getaway or a trip, or maybe you've got some sort of reunion with friends overseas or maybe out of state, I definitely see you could be doing something there as well. And we've also got the Tree of Life. I feel things are going to come full circle for you. There's a lot of growth. You're going to be planting roots with someone, and I feel like it's a peaceful, harmonious relationship where you're creating a level of stability there as well, okay? And very excited about how this is going to go down for you. I feel like you're branching out. Now, I am being given a song before I leave the reading, okay? Let me just tap into that. Okay. Aha. So it's really interesting. I'm getting like, it's almost like Phil Collins season in my head right now. I'm hearing, because I'm clairaudient, and I'm trying to understand what the songs are that I'm being given, but I'm being given like two Phil Collins songs, and they're intermingling, so I'm like trying to like detach the two. So let me just, so unusual, but let me just get into both of them. I can feel it calling in the air tonight, oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all of my life. Oh Lord. Okay. So I'm definitely hearing that. And this may have come up in a reading before in the past, but listen out for that song because I feel it could play in the next 6 or maybe even 8 weeks, and it indicates that you're about to meet the one. Okay. But this song, I feel it's about karma being delivered to someone from your past that has hurt you. So you could hear from a past person. They could reach out and tell you that something has gone wrong in their life, for example, and they're trying to reach out for you because they feel like you are their sanctuary in their storm. I feel like you've evolved away from being that fixer. I feel like you're a nice person and you're always there to help and support people, but I feel when someone takes advantage, you've erected healthier boundaries and they don't get access anymore. So I feel that could be symbolic of that as well. And the other song is Take a Look at Me Now, and that's all I'm hearing from it, okay? Okay, so I'm not really sure exactly 100% what that song's about, but I'm getting an energy of, not really wanting to leave a person or walk away from a person from the past, but it's somehow inevitable and you just can't fathom it. It just feels like there's a lot of energy here swirling around about a past situation that you're conquering and moving away from, moving on from. All that energy and time that you invested in something else, I feel like it's finally over. It's finally come to a close. And you're getting on with your life and you're going to blossom in another relationship elsewhere. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Scorpio. Thank you so much, and love and light.